What is up, YouTube? Back with another food review. You guys already know, weekly thing. Today we're going to be reviewing. Now it is new, but it's not as new as it's like a couple weeks old. But today we are going to be reviewing the McDonald's snack wrap meal. It was $12. It comes with a fry. If you want a large fry, there is an upcharge of like 50 cents. And then it comes with either 2 ranch wraps, 2 spicy wraps, or you can get one of each. I got one of each because I wanted to try both of them. Like I said, the meal, it was a little over 12 bucks, including the tip. And let's jump straight into it. So first things first, we have the famous fries. As you guys know, I did have to get the fries because I got the meal. We're going to be reviewing these. If you guys know anything about me, you guys know I am a very big fan of the McDonald's fries. So before we get into it, let me tell you some nutritional information. So this is a large fry. There is 480 calories in this, 7 grams of protein, 65 grams of carbs, and 23 grams of fat. So a lot of fat, good amount of carbs, calories kind of high, but also 7 grams of protein. So, not too bad. So you guys know how we do it on here. We have a bite with or without sauce. Our sauces today are barbecue, honey mustard, and honey. I actually do enjoy honey on fries. I know that sounds weird, but it is my thing. So let's jump straight into it, shall we? I did ask for a water, but they did not give me a water. I don't know. They were slack. So let's try a fry. We got a single fry here. Have a couple more. So there's not much to say. Because I have the app, I also got a free thing of fries. But you guys already know the deal. The fries are 10 out of 10. I love these fries. I really do love McDonald's fries. I don't know what it is about them. They're crunchy. They're soft. They're crunchy and soft. They're just really good. There's some chemical they put in it that's extremely bad for you, but just makes it so addicting. Now let's try it with the sauce. Yo, that's so good with barbecue. Time for honey mustard. I actually think over time I've started liking barbecue more than honey mustard. And then now for honey. I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on the honey. Now for all 3. And just one more time. I'm going to take one final bite. You guys know how it's done on here. As you can see, the fries. Let's give it a shot. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a 10 out of 10. These, you can't beat the McDonald's fries. But I'm going to go ahead and finish these real quick. Because you guys know I'm a big fat boy. And I will get to the snack wrap. So give me 1 second. Alright, I am back, guys, and now we are on to the ranch snack wrap. Now, I did forget to mention, it is a plastic, or not plastic, I'm saying it is a basic bag. Nothing special about the McDonald's bag, but if I remember right, this isn't the first time they've had snack wraps. From what I think I've heard, they're just returning. But yeah, so here's a snack wrap, and let's go ahead and open it. So it is pretty small. It's a lot smaller than the Wendy's wraps. This is the ranch one. This has 390 calories, 17 grams of protein, so pretty good on protein. 31 grams of carbs, and 22 grams of fat. So it just has lettuce. Okay. So it's supposed to have lettuce, cheese, and ranch with the chicken. But right away I can tell. So if we look at it, if we open it up, Actually, I guess not. So it looks like just one of their chicken tenders. There's a tiny bit of ranch, tiny bit of lettuce, and not a lot of cheese. So yeah, I don't know about. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more thick, but you know, maybe it'll taste good. So let's go ahead and give it a try. Um. Hmm. So, I just say that whole thing. First of all, I think I ate it in 4 bites. It is really small. It's a lot tinier than I thought. Second of all, it lacked a lot of flavor. The first bite, well, first of all, they barely put any cheese, lettuce, or ranch on it. I didn't even taste ranch till the very, very end when a little bit of ranch came out the end of it, and it got on my tongue, and I tasted ranch there. But besides that little bit that got on my tongue at the very end, I tasted absolutely no ranch throughout that. It didn't really have much flavor. Like, I barely tasted, like, the first bite with just the chicken and the wrap, it barely tasted like anything. It just kind of felt like I was chewing on, like, a sponge, but not, like, it didn't taste nasty. It just didn't really have a taste, period. The sauce even couldn't really help it that much. And like I said, until, like, the very end, I could barely actually taste the lettuce or cheese or ranch because they barely put any on it. It was now. This is going to be really hard for me to rank because it didn't taste bad. It tasted good, but it didn't really have a taste, period. So I don't really know what to rate this. So I'm probably going to have to give it a 5. Dead in the middle because, like I said, it doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't really have a taste to where it doesn't really taste good. I would say a 5. Now, the last bite I had was like a 7, it was like a 6 or a 7, but it wasn't consistent whatsoever because I was literally only the last bite. So because it was not consistent, I have to give it a 5 because only one bite was actually really good and the other bites were like I was chewing a flavorless sponge. So yeah, that's my review on the ranch one, if you can call it ranch. It, like I said, didn't really have ranch, but so that was that one. So next we have the spicy one. This one has 380 calories, so 10 calories less. It has 17 grams of protein, 30 carbs, and 21 grams of fat. So I'm eating a tons of fat right now. So, oh, I see. So the packaging says both, and they just voted depending on which one you got. So that's pretty cool. So this one already looks a little bit thicker, in my opinion. Maybe not. I don't know. It looks a little thicker. Here's the wrap. But let's go ahead and open this one up and see. Okay, so You can tell right away. I don't know if it's because this sauce or this spicy sauce is way more noticeable, but first of all, you can tell it's all on one side. Um, Chicken looks the same, little tiny chicken. Um, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to come with cheese. Yeah, this is supposed to come with cheese. It's probably blending in, but from what it looks like, there's not really much cheese. Because that's not cheese, that's spicy sauce. There's some lettuce, but, I mean, there's a good amount of spicy stuff. Definitely more than the ranch, but, I don't know. Let's give it a try. First, let me plug this little thing back up. Alright, let's give it a shot, y'all. Okay. Now, usually I wouldn't. Also, there is about almost 1,000 milligrams of sugar in that one wrap, which means I probably just ate around, or over or around 3,000 grams of sodium milligrams. Ooh, that's a lot. Only 1 gram of sugar though. So, anyways, that one was way more flavorful. But man, that is spicy. The spicy sauce they used definitely is going to hurt my stomach later, really bad. I'm trying to see. Okay, so the sauce they used is a spicy pepper sauce. So it tasted like the same exact it tasted like the same exact spice that they put on the spicy chicken sandwiches, and it's definitely hot. Like I said, that one was way more consistent. As you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of spicy. We say this all the time. So even though it was way more flavorful, I'd still get the ranch one because that spice that was a lot. Like they put a ton of spice on that one, or they put a ton of spicy pepper sauce on that. So like that was a lot for me. I'm sweating. Like I said, that one I tasted it as soon as I bit in. Every bite had flavor. I could even taste the chicken that time. It tasted a little bit burnt. So I don't know if that's a good thing I tasted it, but like at least I tasted the chicken that time. Still barely tasted any lettuce, barely tasted any cheese, but I did definitely taste the sauce and the chicken, at least in the first bite I did taste. So taste-wise, that one was way more flavorful. Preference-wise, I still would get the ranch because that would upset my, because that little bit upset my stomach. And so I don't think I would ever get that one again, even though it's more flavorful. So overall, I felt like this meal, at least from my experience, I felt like the wraps were very inconsistent. The ranch one especially was all over the place. That one wasn't as bad. That one was more consistent. I really wish the ranch one had that amount. But for $12 to get a large fry that had, remember, an upcharge to it, and 2 little tiny wraps that you eat in 4 to 5 bites, it feels really expensive. Especially because the wraps alone are like $2.50. So, and so it's honestly cheaper actually to just get 2 wraps and the fries separate than it is to get them all together as a meal, if I'm doing that math right. So I don't know, man. I'd give this meal probably a 5. Honestly, I'm not very impressed with it. The spice was good; it was consistent, but it was definitely a ton. The ranch one was very underwhelming, as in I wish the ranch one would have balanced out the spice, but I went from one that had no flavor to one that was overly done with sauce. So if you'd really like it if you like the sauce. But like I said, I think I would give this meal a 5.5, a 5 out of 10, just because like I said, ranch was very underwhelming. The spicy one was good, but I wouldn't get it again. Um, and the fries are 10 out of 10. The fries are honestly just carrying the meal, but I honestly, like I said, think it's cheaper just to get the meal. If you guys want to try this, I would just buy a single one for $2.50. I wouldn't get a meal. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Like I said, 5 out of 5. It was okay. It wasn't that good. But see you guys next one, and peace.